to like 3 different stores to get all the materials required. We did a lot of research on what we need, and hopefully we have everything we need. Very importantly, I do have a mask. We have some safety materials. We've got gloves. We've got a lot of different stuff. I prioritize getting non-toxic and more or less sustainable materials. Originally, I was going to do the mold out of silicone, but I don't know. I don't love plastic. I know that silicone doesn't break down into microplastics, but I don't know. I wanted to use like kind of stone or like earth-based. I know that. Anyway, it's besides the point. I'm going to use plaster. So first, I just want to jump right in because we're going to need to wait for this to dry. So I've got some other stuff we can enjoy while we're waiting for the. First, we have to seal the sculpture with. I got this gloss varnish. Again, it's non-toxic, and I didn't want to get the aerosol kind because you guys, I hate aerosol stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna sand this, and while I'm sanding it, I am going to be wearing my mask. So hopefully, oh, you can't, yeah, no, literally, I don't want to do that. Hopefully you could still hear me mostly quickly. By the way, hi DCI. I hope you're doing fantastic. I really hope that the dust, I really hope the dust doesn't go everywhere, but we'll see. You can't even if you wanted. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Okay, this isn't really kicking up dust. Actually, part of the sander is coming off on the sculpture. That's fun. Okay, cool. I love that. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't need to prioritize the texture of the clay so much because the mycelium is going to be all, you're in a goofy mood listening to Radio Pirates. Nice. Oh, are those people who just like surf the radio and find random channels? You can find some interesting stuff doing that. You can stumble across some interesting stuff. Okay, this is basically coming off. That's cool. It's not aerosolizing, which I enjoy. But we do have our mask on. You are doing that. Oh, you are surfing the radio and finding people? Oh, that's cool. What kind of materials does that require? I mean, what does that require? Can anybody with a radio? I don't broadcast, just browse. Cool. Oh shit. Okay. I gotta be careful because it is a little bit fragile. I wonder if this can fit in there. It can't. Okay, that's fine. We're just like, I don't know, we're just smooth. It doesn't really even need to be smooth, but I was just like, I'll get a sander. We'll see. So, at its basic, there's just websites you can use. Oh, cool. You can buy receivers really cheap, and then you're just limited to whatever antenna you can connect to it and how strong the signal is being sent. Oh, interesting. I'm actually going to use a paintbrush to dust this off. I'm hoping that my entire setup doesn't get all dusty, but you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to prioritize as little mess as possible, but I realize that in doing these art projects, a mess is inevitable. So, it is what it is. There's this person I like to listen to. He has his own radio show. He's called the Report of the Week. Actually, I'm wearing his shirt today. Yeah, Report of the Week. He's the one that does the fast food reviews. But he also has his own show, which I think is really cute. Hopefully that's not condescending. Okay. I am hoping that this is dry, but well, we never know. You have your full radio license. Oh, I didn't realize you require a license for that. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna look for any other rough edges, and if I see a rough edge, then I'm just gonna sand it a bit. I'm just gonna sand the edges. I must use oh, you have your license to broadcast. You have to be licensed to broadcast. Interesting. I live in a valley right now, so I can't get an antenna high enough. I see, that makes sense. I think we were talking the other day, somebody was saying how certain metal things in your house can pick up radio waves. Like your bed springs or your hearing aids. Was it you that said that? I was like, what? That's crazy. Any piece of metal is an antenna to something. That is, that's so interesting how that works. Okay. All right, we got rid of all the, like, oh, here, wait. Watch me drop this and shatter it. That would be funny, right? Okay. That'd be hilarious, right? I wonder if I should get a new piece of thing to work with. No, I think it's fine. The first antenna of Marconi's experiments was just a long piece of wire attached to a kite. Governments will also use long stretches of railway in an emergency situation. That's so interesting. Hey, hi Lucas, how's it going? Thank you for lurking. We're doing our sculpture today, so a little bit less philosophy talk than usual, but I hope you'll enjoy. We're gonna be watching some interesting videos later, but first I'm prioritizing. I'm sanding this this sculpture first, and then we're gonna seal it so that it doesn't, because it's really porous. So this is made of air dry clay, so it's very porous. So I'm using plaster to make a mold of it, but we don't want the plaster to just like fuse with the clay. So that's why we are sealing it first. Okay, I'm gonna skip this song. Okay, there we go. Well, I'm gonna skip this one too. Okay, there we go. Okay, you very much cannot be here. Toby, you cannot be here. I'm sorry. You're gonna need to be kicked out. Okay, I don't need the mask anymore because I'm not working with dust anymore. But I will use it when I do the plaster. So, sweetie, you need to leave. We are working with a lot of things that you cannot. Okay, I'm just gonna go put her away really quick. So I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. You're gonna go in jail. Oh no, she's going in jail. No. I'm sorry, beautiful. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. By the way, jail is Jail is a very big room with cat beds and food and litter box. So it's not really, she acts like it's jail, but it's like, girl, she just got sent to her room. That's it. Okay. I think I'm going to get a new, because I dusted this all off. And so I'm gonna get a new piece of parchment paper so that all this dust doesn't like stay and accumulate. So I'm gonna go get the parchment paper. I'll be right back. I don't know why my table is bent up like this. It is what it is. Okay, I'm just gonna flatten out the table. Ooh, okay, I'm glad I did that, just barely. Of course, my mineral oil fell on the floor and spilled oil on the floor. Cool, love that. Okay, I think it's actually impossible to do art without making a mess. My perfectionist self is like, oh, I can do it without making a mess. It's like, girl, that's delusional. Okay, there's hairs getting on everything. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the parchment. I'm sorry, Toby. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys. Toby, she stuck her little snout at the bottom of the opening of the door. Oh, it's so sad. You can just see her little face being like, oh, let me out. Oh my gosh, I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible parent. I locked her away so she can't inhale the toxic fumes. How dare I, you know? Okay. So we got a new piece of parchment paper. So now, let us start with our first coat. And then after that, we'll watch a cute little video about mycelium sculptures to gain some inspiration, hopefully. But anyway, like we were talking about the last art stream, arts and crafts can be fun and rewarding, but they do require a lot of investment and a lot of emotional turmoil. A lot of, I don't know, buying of supplies, returning of supplies, researching of supplies, realizing you didn't get the correct ones, so going back to the art store again, buying the correct supplies. You know, it's like a whole thing. So, but I think right now we currently have the correct supplies. Pray for me. Okay, I'm just gonna empty this into a cup and then we're gonna paint it, hopefully. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Make sure I have enough, but also not use too much. We're just gonna use our little brush, and I've heard that you need to do a thin coat, so that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna do a thin coat, as thin as we can. So it's not gloopy, because the gloopy would be bad. And then we'll just, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize my camera wasn't focused on the, there we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Oh yeah, that's, okay. That's thicker than I thought it would be. And the clay itself is really thirsty, I think. She's thirsty. And that's exactly why we're putting this on here, so that we can cover over all those porous regions, so that the plaster won't absorb into it, because plaster is also very thirsty. So I'm gonna try and, as much as I want to paint everything all at once, I'm gonna try and stay in one little area. And on the package, it didn't recommend that I use PPE or anything, so I'm not going to use any PPE for now. But I know I'm supposed to do that with plaster for sure. So we've got our appropriate PPE prepared. Prepared. I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope everyone is staying warm. Having a good, what day is it today? Wednesday? It's Wednesday. It's actually not very windy, but I always think of Wednesday from Winnie the Pooh. So cute. So I'm trying to like flatten this out as much as I can because it is forming the texture of paintbrush, which I don't like. I want it to be smooth as hell as possible. So that's what we're doing. Trying to make it super smooth. And I think the reason why the clay is turning dark when I'm putting it over is because it is actually absorbing all the moisture from the varnish. It's so fun to paint stuff though. You guys like painting stuff? I would always beg my parents when we were painting houses, painting our house, like the living room and stuff, if I could help paint. They said no. They didn't trust me. They didn't trust me to do a good job. They trusted me to paint around the baseboards, and then my dad would go in and use the actual, the paint roller. Okay, so we're trying to get every little corner, and then we're trying to go over and not make sure that it's nothing's accumulating too much, because that would be not good. Because it is a little bit of a gloopy texture, so I want to be a little bit careful about that. I wonder if it's getting gloopier too because of some of the clay is absorbing into it. I don't know. Not sure. Also, another big reason why I had to lock Toby away is because if she was here, I would be getting little gray hairs all over. But anyways, doing art. Creating, not consuming. You see what I mean? This is a Toby hair. Oh my god. Get off of here. Oh no, that's gonna be like permanently in there. Okay, get off. Yep, that's why I have a wet rag next to me, so I can wipe it off. Don't want it to contaminate. So I need to do multiple coats of this to make sure it's... Because this first coat, I'm imagining, is basically just absorbing into the clay. And that's cool, but we need something that's going to be an actual barrier between the clay and the plaster. And yes, I did do some research into ceramics to see if it was even possible to do like stone on stone basically, or like, but that's what a lot of people do. So there's like a specific YouTube video I saw where a woman does plaster molds for her clay pieces. So okay, this is actually pretty helpful for the first coat, because I can actually see where it becomes darker. It's becoming darker where I've put this stuff. But I think the second coat will be a little bit more challenging because I won't have an idea of where I've already painted. It's all the challenge. But anyway, some of the deliberations before creating a piece of art, sometimes you can let the deliberations get in the way. Being like, oh, somebody's already done this before, so why should I do it? What could I add, you know, to the art? And I try not to let those get in the way, because at the end of the day, like, this is something I've really wanted to create for a while, and it's been on my mind. And so I'm just gonna do it, regardless of whether it's been done before or of my ability, you know, my skill. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Okay. So far, so good. I fear I might have poured a little bit too much varnish in. By the way, I have a solution, potential solution for if my thing is too curved, because it curved downward as it dried, which is a slight problem. But I figured what I could do is actually get more clay and put it on the bottom, so it'll, because I need something to stick on the bottom anyway to form a barrier so the plaster doesn't leak underneath. And so I'm going to be doing that, and that should be interesting. Got to make sure to get the sides too. Yeah, so a little bit more relaxed stream today. Not too much to discuss, but if anybody's willing to discuss anything, feel free to let me know. I'm just here. I'm here doing this. It helps that I'm streaming it, because that kind of holds me to a, not a deadline, but like a, it holds me accountable. Because I promised everybody I'd do a mushroom sculpture. That's why I like, some people say never announce your projects, but I like to announce them because it gets me, it holds me accountable for having to do it, for actually having to follow through. Toby's yowling in the background, by the way. Oh, I'm so sorry, Toby. She just needs to find somewhere to sleep. That's the thing. But, of course, if mommy's doing something interesting, then she has to be here. DC, I said, I'm here, but I'm just chilling and doing like 3 things at once. Awesome. We love multitasking. We love multitasking. I mean, that's why I'm streaming and doing this, so. Multitasking. Why be productive when you can be ultra productive? Ultra uber productive. So I'm gonna come back through, and I don't know if I should do if I need to do the bottom of the sculpture. I don't think I will, but what I do need to do is the sides, because the sides are important. So this is just a finishing. We're finishing the top part. Again, we're trying to do a thin little coat. Okay. We got our thin coat. So now we'll do the sides. Hopefully this doesn't make it stick to the parchment paper, but you know, I'm sure it's fine. As long as I don't put too much on, right? I don't love the smell of this. It makes it says non-toxic materials, but it smells toxic to me. Oh well. Another thing I was wondering is whether I'm taking too many steps to do something that's maybe a little bit more simple. But I think that's just what happens when you're a little bit inexperienced, right? Because I don't really know. Um, I don't really know. Like, I've never done anything like this before. So, sorry, I'm talking directly in the mic. I don't mean to do that. I made that brick, right? And that was cool, but that was very different because there wasn't a pattern. There wasn't a shape really besides just make a brick. And so I could just take a cardboard box and, you know, but with this is like, it's an actual shape. So that's why I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to make a special mold for it. So, okay, we're done, I think. For now, we're done with the first coat. Yay, we did it. Okay.
Life.
Roblox. Is Roblox. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse this out. Hopefully I can. Can I just rinse it in the sink? Clean up while wet with soap and water. I think I can. I think the rest of this is probably gonna dry before I have time to use it. Because I don't want the brush to dry out. So I'm gonna go rinse the brush. Give me 1 second. I hope I can rinse it down the drain. I don't know. Okay. If my drains get clogged, it is what it is. Instantly. Do not come up here. You're not allowed. I'm disposing of, listen, it says on the package, it says, clean up while wet with soap and water. What? Whose remains are being discarded down the drain? It's a varnish. A gloss finish varnish. So I guess we'll find out if my drain is cooked or not. I don't think so. I think it's fine. It rinsed off immediately. And I used soap. I let it run for a really long time. So it's fine. I bet. Anyway. I just told you you're not supposed to be right here. Of course, she came here. Toby, you're gonna get gray hairs all over my sculpture. And of course she's gotta sniff it. The varnish will make the drain better. Yeah, I was gonna be like, wait, are you being sarcastic? Yeah, I know it won't. I don't have an artist studio. I don't know. Can I show you the other materials I got? I got so many materials. Look at my materials. So I got some wood. We're gonna be making a temporary stuff. Temporary mold for the mold that we're gonna be pouring plaster into. I also got these this looks like a weapon. It's a clamp. So what we're gonna do basically is we're gonna have the wood. We're gonna have the wood planks go like this, and we're gonna form a square around the thing, and we're gonna like weigh it down on the parchment paper so it doesn't, you know, it doesn't run out. And then we are going to pour the plaster on top, and then it's gonna form a mold. No, she wasn't there, unfortunately. I know. So I went back to return my materials to someone else. I know, and I could have given her your number. Yeah, tragedy. Okay, well, this is almost dry actually. Okay, cool. I'm gonna let it dry for a bit longer, and then we're gonna add another coat. This is what we're doing today. We're doing our art project, and no one can stop me. No one can stop me. Mostly like, I don't know. Don't let you stop yourself. Don't let you stop yourself from doing stuff. Do it. Just like Shia LaBeouf said. Do it. Just do it. Okay. Yeah, that's sticking. That's okay. What if we just... It's gonna stick to my freaking fingers. Okay. Frick. Oh my god, okay. I want to make sure it doesn't stick to the parchment paper. Do I have to get another sheet of... No. I'm not going to get another sheet of parchment paper. I'm going to clean up the parchment paper and put it back. Can I move like he did with my arms? Like who did? Oh, the Shia LaBeouf. Why? Why do you ask? I remember when that was a meme. It was really fun. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make sure that this isn't... Is that? Okay. This is why we do multiple coats, because if you could see what I see that there's still some patches that need to be gone over again with the varnish. That's why we do this. That's why we check. We make sure, but I'm seeing that it's forming like a glossy color coating on it, which is awesome. I clean that up a bit. Give us a genuine just do it. No, I don't perform, Refly. I know you're waiting to like clip me or something. I can't do it when you make me do it. I'm sorry. You can imagine it in your head what it would look like. Okay. I won't clip it. Well, now I'm just, I don't know, I can't. But maybe later. Wait, I might have missed a spot. It's fine. We're gonna go over it again. It's almost dry. It's dry to the touch. It's like slightly tacky. I feel like I should wait till it's not tacky anymore. But yeah, so here, look, and I think I got the right size. Yes, okay, so basically I went to Home Depot and I found these wood planks and I asked the nice gentleman to cut them in half for me. It took him a while to figure out what was half. Initially, I was really worried that he wasn't gonna get it exactly half because he measured it out and he I think he did it, he tried to calculate it in his head. And then he put a mark down and it was obviously like 2/3 of the way down and I was like, ooh, okay, that's not gonna be half, but luckily he did it again. He eyeballed it and he was like, I saw him be like, I don't think that's right. So he did it again, luckily. But anyway, this is gonna be interesting. Oops, sorry, loud. This is gonna be really interesting. I might have fucked up. No, I didn't fuck up. Because what I can do is put this here. But I'm just showing you what it's gonna look like. So I learned from an online video that if you use wood and then clamps to clamp it, then it's easier to pull it away, you know? Okay, here's the part where it gets tricky. Because these are all equal size. Oh no, it could still, okay, I get it, I understand. Okay, this is gonna topple over, but it's fine. Okay, look. It would be like this, basically. And then I could tighten it based on, you know, so I can move this one over and move this one here. And then it forms a nice little square for the, what do I do on the bottom? We'll figure that out later. I think what I do is I need to put it on a hard surface. So the hard surface is going to be back there on the table behind me. Because this is a soft surface, and what it's doing is it's lifting up, so there's going to be holes, and that's a problem. If he gave you 1/3 and 2/3 length pieces, what would you have done? So I probably would have taken the wood. I would have gone back over to where the wood was. I would have put the wood back, cut and everything. I would have gotten 2 new pieces of wood and asked somebody else to cut it for me. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, hey, so you did this wrong. I would never do that. I don't usually tell people they're wrong. I'm not somebody who sends food back. Hi, Orange. The clay is ready. So, Orange, we're doing a lot today. Orange, we are sealing the clay. Okay, wait, I think it's dry. Yeah, it's dry. So we're putting on multiple coats of this gloss finish, and I think I'm gonna do 3 coats in total. Doesn't need to be too many, just enough so that the plaster doesn't stick to it. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do the plaster pouring today, because technically this requires 72 hours to cure, but like, what if I didn't? Wait, 72 hours. I don't know if that's gonna be like a bad thing or what. Maybe I'll just wait the 72. Oh, I don't want to though. Our projects take so freaking long, you guys. I'm so impatient. Okay, I'm gonna go get, I need a paper towel. I'll be right back. After I finish the 3 coats, we're going to let it dry for quite a while and watch some videos. And then if it feels right, we're gonna just go for it. Because the cool thing about plaster of Paris is it dries in 30 minutes. So we could potentially have our mold by the end of today. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I dried this out. Now I'm gonna put some more in. This time I'm gonna put less in so that I don't waste any. And we're gonna start. Okay, put our second coat of varnish on. What is, wait. Let's see, DCI said, have you got something to vibrate the bubbles out of the plaster once poured? I saw a few techniques about, like, people using a scraper on top, about people, like, thumping it down. Although, when I think about that, I'd need something to be on the bottom. And I don't have anything on the bottom. It's potential that... No, I don't have a massage gun, unfortunately. I don't have a massage gun. If there's holes, I don't know how, like, hair bubbles, I don't know how bad that would be, or how upset I'd be about that. Because ultimately, like, I don't need perfection, I just need a shape. I need a shape that the mycelium can take, and the mycelium will do what it wants to do. Although a porous structure would be not ideal for mycelium because it's more likely to have contamination in that case. And we do not want contamination. No, we don't want contamination. Game controller and vibration. Yeah, I could just do the Xbox controller. Yeah, that's smart. It's okay, it's not super detailed, so that's the thing. I'm not doing, like, fine art, super detailed. Because it's a real, I intentionally chose a really simple shape, to test this all out. So yeah, my brush is a little bit too big for this inside part. It's fine. Will this mycelium blob have a name? I haven't thought about a name, but it is going to go behind my setup. It's gonna go behind my setup, which is gonna be fun. So I'll have a little thing to show that I'm a mushroom Twitch streamer. Mushroom streamer. My idea is that maybe I can eventually make more. So once I make the mold, it'll be a lot easier to make future sculptures. So I was thinking that I would gift some to other mushroom creators. I wouldn't sell them, obviously, because that's a gray area when it comes to, this is a logo, right? So there's a gray area when it comes to selling logos. So it would just be a gift. A little fan art gift. Mods, please no ban. DCI said, oh, you're talking about your radio stuff? That's cool. Yes, everyone, feel free to talk about your hobbies. DCI is a pretty cool hobby. Orange, did you end up repotting that plant? What was it? It was a agave plant or something? Or like an aloe vera plant? How'd that go? Not yet. Oh, not yet. Dude, repotting takes forever. I like repotting orchids mostly because orchid roots are super easy to pick apart and like know which ones are dead and know which ones are salvageable. So I like performing orchid surgery. Other plants, not so much. And also because with orchids, you can just, It's just like the bark. So it's really pretty straightforward. With 115 degree temps, I'm gonna wait till it cools down. Okay, that's fair. Wait, do you keep it outside then? Or I guess if it's a big plant, then you'd want to do it outside. I actually, when I repot my plants, I usually just do it in the kitchen, but that's because it's usually like small plants, so. Okay, I can see the glossy texture forming. And you know what we're also gonna do, you guys? So we're not only putting this on, we're also putting on mineral oil on top of it. So even that I think will help as well. So the mineral oil will help it release from the plaster. So many things are happening. We did our research, hopefully. It's a pot about 1.5 feet cubed. Okay, so that's pretty big. Yeah, that's pretty big. I need to repot. I've got a plant behind me that needs to be repotted because she's yellowing. She's getting all yellow, so I think that she might be root bound, or she might be just not have enough nutrients. It's hard to tell. Sometimes it's like, oh, there's not enough sunlight. Plants can yellow for so many reasons. They can yellow because there's not enough sunlight. They can yellow because there's too much sunlight. They can yellow because there's not enough watering or there's too much. Like, they could yellow because there's some sort of disease. They can, oh my God, so finicky. High maintenance. I enjoy having kind of low maintenance plants. Orchids are relatively low maintenance. I almost knocked that over. Orchids are relatively low maintenance. And then I've got this plant behind me. I forget what it's called, but it's like a Zizix plant or something. It's got a weird combination of Z and X. I love it. I've had the plant for like 5 years and it's just been growing constantly. So I love plants that just are continuously growing new shoots. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think I've done this down here. We're just gonna go over it again. And then we're gonna let it sit. One of my biggest fears for this project is the mycelium itself. I'm not too worried about contamination. I've actually almost never had contamination be an issue. But what I am worried about is mycelium piss. That's what they call it. They call it mycelium piss. And what that is it's basically like when the mycelium gets stressed out, it gets all yellow. And once it does that, there's no going back. So if you wanted to have a nice little sculpture, it'll end up being piss yellow color, which is, gross. I mean, some people see it as a feature instead of a flaw, and I try to see it that way, but, and if it's just a little bit, then that's different. But it could get pretty gnarly looking. Piss. Yeah. Piss yellow. Orange says, are there rules or expectations for Mormons on what happens to your body when you're done with it? So it's interesting. It's becoming mushroom food an option. I don't know if there's any specific burial requirements for Mormons. I don't think there is. I think that cremating is not ideal. Usually they go with just a regular burial in a coffin. I haven't heard of too many cremations. Mostly because they anticipate that when Jesus comes again, they anticipate that everybody will be resurrected. Everyone will be resurrected and live on the earth for 2,000 years. Hi, Ivan. Will the sculpture be displayed in a terrarium? So Ivan, are you familiar with the plan? This is going to be interesting. So, look, I got these blocks here. This is a multi-step process. Are we taking probably more steps than is necessary? Absolutely. Absolutely. We put this around it to make a square. We pour plaster of Paris over it to make a negative mold. And then the negative mold is what we fill with wood pellets. So as soon as I'm done making the mold, then we focus on the mushroom part, which I have a source. I got someone who's gonna hook me up with the reishi mycelium. They'll get just with some oats, and then I rehydrate wood pellets, and I'll document the whole process. Don't worry. And I'll mix in the oats once they've been colonized with the wood pellets. Let that sit for a bit, and then I'm gonna put it into the negative mold and let it grow the rest of the way. And yeah. So a mycelium. So once it's done, I'm gonna display it I'm thinking it's gonna be a wall hanging, and then I'm gonna display it in my streams. I thought about because my grandpa does woodworking, so I thought about asking him if he could help me make a back to it, like a wood back. I think that would be really nice. So if the actual sculpture itself is white, it'll be mounted on a wood that looks kind of like this, so it can be more flat on the back, and then it can have something to drill into and hang. I've never done something like this before, but let's explore, you guys. When this is dry, I'm gonna do one more coat, and then once that's drying, we're gonna explore the mycelium sculpture videos. But let me just explore for now. I'll show you here's what's currently being done in the space. So if you look here, it's not much, if we're gonna be honest. This is the only source that I found that was doing something similar. It's called Mogu. And if you look, I mean, it's very simple shapes. And this is what they do, like acoustic panels, which is kind of interesting. That could be fun. But they give you, I don't think they give you the stuff to grow. I think they just send it to you. They give you wall panels like this. So this is like an official company. What's this ash shop for? I don't understand. It's the floor is made out of mycelium. Cool. Yeah, look, this is what, so it can look like so many different things. So what I'm intending is for it to look like this. But if it starts getting mycelium piss, it's more likely to look like this. This is the most likely scenario. The way I'm going to counteract that, I did some research. I'm going to freeze it before I dry it. It usually gets yellow in the drying process because the mycelium gets stressed out. It's like, whoa, what are you doing? And so I'm going to freeze it, and that's going to slow down the metabolism. I don't know what a good word for that is, but it's going to slow down it's going to like chill things out in the mud, to use like the least official scientific terms. It's going to chill it out. And then I'm going to dry it very rapidly as I can without cooking it. And I'm hoping that will lead it to be more like this. We'll find out. But as long as I have a firm mold, my plaster mold, then I shouldn't be too worried about if the mushroom stuff gets ruined. Because that's why I wanted to do everything in stone and plaster, so it could be reused multiple times, because I'm not sure how many times it's going to take to redo it, especially as a novice. A show about Jesus rebuilding people would be interesting. So, yeah, the idea is that everybody's going to be resurrected. We're going to live on the earth for 2,000 years. And then from there we're going to go to one of the heavens. You know, the celestial kingdom, the terrestrial or the telestial kingdom. Orange is looking forward to seeing how this turns out. Yeah, me too. It's going to be so cool. So anyway, the point is that nobody's really doing like super detailed stuff. There's an artist in Brighton who takes molds of women's bits and displays them in her gallery. Nice. I bet. I love vagina art, to be honest. Vaginas are beautiful. Well, I guess in that case it would be labia, if we're going to use the proper terminology. Yeah, you have to wait that long before going to heaven. 2,000 years, dude. I don't know why. We're gonna all live, and this is also every human being that's ever lived. Let me fact check this. Okay. It's called the millennium. Oh shit, sorry, not 2,000. Okay, that was my fault. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. 1,000 years. My bad. That's half, so we were only 1,000 off. 1,000 years. Must have been a misinterpretation. I know. I'm not a real fan. Okay, so we speak when we refer to the millennium. We refer to the 1,000 years following the Savior's second coming. During the millennium, Christ will reign personally upon the earth. A time of righteousness and peace on the earth. Satan will be bound. He has no place. All people on the earth will be good and just, but many will not have received the fullness of the gospel. Missionary work will be conducted, which, this is interesting. If you get resurrected by Mormon Jesus, why would you not accept the Mormon church? That's what has a difficult time going over my head. Like, if I die and then I get resurrected by Mormon Jesus, of course I'm gonna be Mormon. Who would be stupid enough to be resurrected by Mormon Jesus and not accept Mormonism as the true church? I don't know. Some people, you know what? Humans are ignorant. I don't know. Thanks for bringing me back to life, but I don't believe you. Bro, the audacity. Missionary work is still needed. I don't know, dude. But humans, I guess, they really struggle. So, did you just say the true Jesus? I didn't say true. Jesus. Mormon Jesus. Mormon. Okay, so anyway. Temple work. Continue to build temples. complete righteousness and peace will continue until the end of the 1,000 years, when Satan shall be loosed for a little season, that he may gather together his armies. The armies of Satan will fight against the host of heaven, who will be led by Michael or Adam. Adam as in Adam and Eve, perhaps? And then Satan and his followers will be defeated and cast out forever. And then we all go to heaven. Why do we need to build temples when we're all going to leave Earth anyway? I don't know. The millennium is the strangest concept to me. I'm like, so the idea is that people will die, and then listen, we're trying to approach this from respect. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try not to be disrespectful anymore, because we don't need to be disrespectful against people's beliefs. It's a little bit strange, if I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna rein back the disrespect. It doesn't make sense where, I guess I'm just curious, like, because people die and then they go to something called spirit prison, which is basically purgatory. And depending on whether you're a Mormon or not, you get to wait in a temporary place before the millennium. And then when Jesus comes, then everybody goes. So when you die, you don't just go to the celestial kingdom. You wait in the purgatory period and then go. So you have another chance to be, the missionaries will come to you, and and then I guess everybody's souls from that purgatory will then be put back into the bodies of everyone on earth. So I wonder how many people have lived ever. Billions? I'm sure it hasn't reached. No, it can't have reached a trillion or anything. It's probably just a few billion. So we'll all be here at the same time. DCI said, do you like the scams people run to basically look after people's pets post? No, not the rapture stuff. Okay, that stuff I can make fun of, because that, you know what? When people are taking advantage of other people, that's when I'm like, okay, you just invited me to goof on you. I try not to goof too much on people and their genuine beliefs. But if harm is being done, I feel okay with being disrespectful. The Mormons really forgot to remove the second M in the name, didn't they? I'm not going to say anything about that. You could form your own opinions. Orange, so we're doing one final coat. Some resurrectees may just say, thanks for the free 1,000 years, sucker, and run off for another life of sin. I'm assuming, that's the thing, Orange. I'm assuming that everything on earth, the opportunities for sin will still be here. And so I guess, considering how short-sighted a lot of humans are, maybe that doesn't surprise me as much. So, okay. People can make their own choices. I do enjoy that the Mormons can say people can make their own choices. Decide whatever you want, man. Maybe it's a secondary, but here's the thing. I thought that our first life here was the vetting process. So we have to go through a second vetting process, a secondary vetting process to determine, after we have already lived a good and wonderful life. You know what I mean? We've already lived a full, and so I guess my question would be, would we be aware of what happens in the end when we're just suddenly resurrected into our body? Or do we pass through another veil of ignorance Because that would be different. If it was like we go through a veil of ignorance and then we, so you don't know. But Jesus will be here and he will be reigning over us. So, I wonder if the Bible has anything to say about mushrooms. Not that I recall. I do know that psychedelic mushrooms are not allowed via the word of wisdom. I mean, it doesn't say shrooms specifically, but it does basically say all recreational substances. It doesn't use that terminology. I would need to look directly at the terminology to see what's used. But I know that, like, psilocybin mushrooms would definitely be not allowed. Would you dare ask Jesus, are we there yet on the trip towards heaven? I wonder if, like... I don't know. It definitely generates a lot more questions than answers. But it's fascinating. It's fascinating to know what people come up with. Trust. Yes, a lot of it has to do with faith and trust. And that's what my parents, that's how my parents get by, is just trusting that everything will be okay. Okay, so we did the top part. Now we're gonna go through and do the bottom part, and then we're gonna let it dry and watch our videos.
There's Roblox.
Life is Roblox. I need to have more sound redeems. I thought about doing the EGMA, but you guys, EGMA for some reason is like ultra copyright. Other songs I don't usually have a problem. I just get them muted. But yes, EGMA got my video blocked in certain countries, so that's cool. Luckily I didn't get a copyright strike or anything, but I didn't realize you can get copyright strikes on private videos, which is alarming. I didn't know that could happen, so... Because I've been uploading my VODs to YouTube, unedited, private, not realizing that they're still being checked for copyright stuff. So, I need to refine my process. Hi, YouTube. Yes, by the way, sorry. So, all my VODs are archived on YouTube. So, that's why I have the chat below me, over right here. So that I can go back and see what people said. So it doesn't look like I'm just here talking to myself. It's so fun to paint this, you guys. Painting is very relaxing. Okay, final coat. I love AI and robots. I would never use the term clanker. I know, whatever you say can and will be held against you forever. It will be seen by approximately 5 individuals. That's how much my YouTube videos get. So actually, no, it's usually 0. I just like having an archive of my... It's fun to go back and look at my old VODs and see how I've changed and grown. And also just like, especially for people who... people don't come into chat anymore. Looking back and seeing the good times that we had. Okay. I think this is done. Ooh, okay, I think it's done. So I'm just gonna look really quick and make sure. But I think that's it, you guys. Cool. So that process is done. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this dry. My great-grandchildren will show me the videos on my deathbed and you'll remember this. I know, it'll be so sweet. Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna go rinse this out and hopefully not destroy my drain. We'll see. All right, we're back. So, to conserve power, I'm going to put this back up here. I'm going to put this back up here so I can use this camera while we go over our video. Sorry, one second. Okay. Oh, it disappeared for a second. Okay, so I wanted to go through a few videos. So look at, there. Look at these other mushroom sculptures, you guys. So this is a student's dynamic mycelium sculptures. To get some inspiration. This isn't what we're going to be doing exactly, but it's something similar.
Mycelium is the root structure of fungi. It's a part that exists below the ground, like all year round. It's millions and millions of years old. But you can essentially use it to bind to a substrate to create a really hard material.
So I see a lot of people using wood chips instead of wood pellets.
It uses whatever the substrate is sort of as a nutritious medium, and then it forms this web-like structure. It's made of individual threads called hyphae. They then sort of form together, like branch like a network, and then forms a hard material that I created in this collection.
And I want to know what this red is that happens on the outside.
It came from my granddad. My granddad was a geologist.
Did she paint it that way?
Film slides from the 60s, 70s when he went on geology field trips, and that sort of inspired the whole location aspect. So I've got family sort of dotted around the country and even the world. Like I've got a granddad in Bolivia, as well as Bolton and Devon. I just chose all of these places because I don't see a lot of my family a lot of the time because we are so far away. So in a sort of poetic sense, the way that mycelium sort of connects and like binds together with the material.
What is this pink color?
Places. So I chose the substrates based on the different places. So they each have something that ties into that place.
It's fascinating.
I think the big potential for it is it's not just its like material properties, because it's got sort of anti-inflammatory, it's really, really lightweight, in terms of that side.
That's the
it's
poo,
great.
not
It can
the.
also be
Okay, you're
biolevers,
right.
so actually
Mycelium,
replacing levers
mycelium
together. I know there are a
shit.
lot of biolevers out in industry.
Look at how the
and
mushrooms are coming out of
yeah, I
it.
think
Oh
it
my
has a lot
god.
of potential to be.
So mine's not gonna have mushrooms coming out of it,
like
but
Stella
that would be
McCartney
cool, wouldn't it?
And companies like that are actually starting to use it, and I think it will whittle its way down into more, large scale use.
That would be
in the
awesome
future.
to have mushrooms coming out of it. Nice. So yeah, other people are doing stuff. So I'm not gonna act like I invented this process. Maybe the very specific process I'm using to do it maybe is a little bit unique, but there's plenty of people out there who are making similar art. But has anyone made a Twitch logo out of mycelium? That's the question. And I don't think they have. Not that you have to do art that's like never been done before. Again, like we were saying, you don't have to do, just like do something you want to do. Personally, like I just like feeling special and unique. I like being unique. So that's why I was like, I want to do something people haven't done before. But you could do, because art I've done in the past has been, I did sketches at one point where I was just like copying what was in front of me. And that was gratifying in itself. So, make your own YouTube mushroom plate. I know, so I'll make my, that would be awesome. Hey, maybe that'll get me some attention on YouTube. But I've got my Twitch logo, and then if I make my mycelium mushroom, I'll put them next to side by side. That, because the YouTube button is not that complex either. Because what I would just do is do that like round oval shape and then the triangle. Yeah. Okay. I could. By the way, in a minute we're gonna watch another video, and then we're gonna start building the actual mold. Okay, I think we're actually gonna do it today. Fuck it, like I don't want to wait. I'm just gonna do it. I've got the materials. Fuck it. Okay, so let's look at this other video. By the way, don't learn from me. Be patient. I'm just impatient.
Once upon a time, there was a princess. Her name is Yaoji. When she died, her soul clung to a mushroom and turning that mushroom into a mushroom of immortality. People believe whoever eats the mushroom will never age and die. This is the beauty of Lingzhi mushroom.
Lingzhi. You guys, Lingzhi. So I'm not sure if Lingzhi is the same as reishi. It's very similar though. So this is what we're going to be working with. Now these are cool. Lingzhi. So it's like Lingzhi. It's a Chinese name for it.
My name is Xiaojing Yan. I'm an artist and I make installation, sculpture, video, public art, and many other media.
Look at, I
When
think
grew
your
up
art
in
is
China, I
mycelium
was immersed
inspired.
in the fairy tales and fantastic realms.
Dude, this is so cool.
As many of my peers, we are from the one-child generation, and now
One
I'm
child.
living halfway of the globe and far away from my parents. I miss my family, my parents in China very much. Then in my art, I try to express that feelings and then try to capture that imaginative world. I get inspiration from the natural materials, and
The
when
little
I see
mushrooms.
something
I get so
that's
excited when I
visually
see mushrooms on the side of a
appealing
tree.
and also hold cultural significance.
It's like a little
I get very
discovery. It's
excited,
magic.
and I will try to think a way to include them in my art.
So those are the Lingzhi mushrooms. See, they're a little bit different than reishi.
I cultivate Lingzhi mushrooms to create sculpture works.
It's so cool. Oh my god, I want to be this cool, you guys. Oh
Legend
my gosh.
says, in the fairyland, Lingzhi mushroom grows everywhere. God can feed on them. You can see them in the wild settings, but it's very rare because this type of mushroom only grow on dying, decaying trees.
Yep.
There are many stories in Chinese culture about the Lingzhi mushrooms. Those stories all telling about the separation and the connection between human world and the non-human world.
Yes.
If I can reincarnate it, I think I would choose to be a Lingzhi mushroom, the immortal mushroom.
Reincarnated as a mushroom. Hell yeah.
In
Okay, so here's a
2015,
good depiction of the process. So she's gonna go over how to grow, how, and we're basically gonna follow a pretty similar process.
mushroom farm in China.
But you see on the outside, did you see how there was yellowing on the outside? That's mycelium piss.
Gave me idea to grow my own Lingzhi mushroom sculptures.
Yes.
So I started my experimentation with the growth of the mushroom. It took me about 2 years to finally cultivate my first Lingzhi mushroom sculpture.
2 years. That's a lot of
The
work.
first step to grow the sculpture is that I bought the mushroom culture. I cut them into smaller
Sometimes it
pieces
can come
and put
into sometimes it can come in liquid culture, like a syringe, and you can acquire most mushroom cultures just online, or you could get it in a petri dish. I prefer the liquid culture, so you can just like have an all-in-one bag, a bag that has all the supplies and the materials needed in it. You just inject it into the grain. You mix the grain up with whatever other substrate it needs. So like, yeah, I've grown mushrooms before.
them into the glass jars, then put them in the
Don't
pressure
inject
cooker
yourself. I
to
know what would happen if
sanitize.
I injected myself with it. It's like the same. It's like the same thing where they say don't eat the cherry pits because you'll grow a cherry tree in your stomach. Have you heard of that before? Don't inject them. Don't inject the mushroom spores because you'll start growing mushrooms on the outside. Woo! You can grow fungus on yourself. Athlete's foot, great example. I feel like if you were to inject it into your bloodstream, though, that would be. I feel like your immune cells would try to fight it off. It wouldn't like be able to grow, but it would like probably be a pretty severe infection. So don't do that. No, I didn't say what. I said blood. Sorry, I mumble.
Read this box to
I
keep
mumble.
a perfect
That's kind of one of my
sanitized
fatal
environment.
flaws. People are going to
After
criticize the
the
word
mycelium
whatever.
grew
Okay.
enough amount, I mix them with the
Okay,
wood
so I want to
chips.
get wood chips, I think, instead of
I put this mixture into the mold
because
I
that looks so
created.
much better to work with.
When I
Okay.
put all the pieces
Cool.
together, it will form a hollow shape of our bust of a young girl. The white mycelium will take over, cover all the wood chips, and fill in the gaps.
This is so cool. Look at this. Ah! There's the sculpture. So you take it out. So look, so you take it out of the mold once it start to form, but so that it can kind of breathe and then continue to grow the mycelium even further. And then you want to stall the mycelium. You don't want it to grow too much because then it's going to start growing mushrooms on it. But yeah.
In here, I control the humidity, the temperature, and the light source.
That is so cool, you guys.
When I started, I didn't know what was going to happen.
This is
the
kind of like my
second
dream.
bust had
I
a
wanna be
lot
her.
of mushroom grow from the bust. I was so thrilled with it. One morning, I got up in bed and went to check on my little baby. And then it was a shock. And I saw there were brown powders all over the tent.
Spores? Is it spores?
After a few seconds, I realized it was the spores produced by the matured lingzhi
That's
mushrooms.
crazy.
It finished the whole life cycle for the mushroom. So from the spores to the mushroom, and from the mushroom to the spores.
That's cool. And I like how she kept the spores.
From this happy surprise, I realized that nature has its own mind.
Oh my god, it's... I want this in my house, you guys. This is the coolest sculpture ever. Oh, who spilled the Nesquik powder on her? I know. I love the dusty texture. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. Okay, you guys. And you know what? Okay, so common trap you could fall into. You see something this cool, and you're like, fuck it. I can't even. There's no way I could possibly be this cool, so why even try? Do not get caught in that delusion. You guys, you gotta start somewhere. This is us starting from square one, okay? Everybody's gotta start from square one. And then it's usually square one helps you decide, do I like this or not? If you end up enjoying and liking the process, you're gonna stick with it. And the longer you stick with it, the cooler things you can produce. I think that's my understanding. So like she's been doing this for years. She said it took her 2 years to learn how to make this. That's a long time. So don't expect to be able to produce something like this immediately, right? I'm mostly saying that to myself. I'm trying to remind myself, like, don't, so don't compare yourself too much.
The spores can spread into the air. It travels very far.
You do want to be careful, though, not to inhale the spores.
Of the immigrants. So we are in every corner of the world.
So, DCI, at one point we were looking at, I think it was r/mushroom, and actually, yeah, no, it's okay. So people do have mushrooms growing in their house, and that was a problem. They had a mushroom growing under their floorboards. That usually only there's spores everywhere. When you bring the mushrooms in from, like every time you open the door, I feel like spores come in. But what would create a problem is if there's the humidity required, like constant humidity, and the like dampness of whatever, that would be a problem. Then you would have the mushrooms grow. But if it's just the spores, it's relatively inert. You want to be careful of inhaling spores. Yes, that is something you want to be careful of. And so I think her art with because I don't plan to have the spores be all over the place like that. That only happens when you let the mushrooms mature. And I'm not going to be growing mushrooms. I'm just going to be growing the mycelium. I'm just going to be growing the mycelium, so no spores are going to be coming out. I have grown mushrooms before where they did have spores, but it wasn't to this scale. It was a lot less. And usually you want to get them before they sporulate, because it's just a mess. So I would pick them right before, so it's right after the cap. There's something attached to the cap that tears. You see a veil. We call it a veil that tears. As soon as it tears or begins to tear, then you harvest the mushroom. Because after it tears, then the mushroom it kind of forms a dome shape, and then it'll go up like this, and it'll go up like this, and it'll flatten out, and it'll even go up like this. When it's gone up like this, it's too fucking late, my dude. It's too late. It's released everything. But if you get it still when it's like a little, still a spherical structure and just barely teared, that's when it's good. So
Work with.
If I ever end up trying to do an art project like this, it would be if I've been doing this for a long time and I have like a studio and everything and like a special space. How can we be certain the mushrooms have not cloned her complete and the real one is buried in the backyard? That reminds me of have you guys seen the movie Annihilation? Annihilation, you guys, that's basically Not to spoil anything, but yeah, that movie's good. I like that movie.
Lingzhi mushroom. I have to step back, let the nature take over, and let the sculpture sculpt itself. In
This
that
is so
way,
cool.
you can find the nature's force, and then it's so strong that it's beyond our control.
Anyway, cool. Shall we start building the... So we'll play more of this video later, but shall we start building the... Not this. This. The mold. I think it's time to build the mold for the mold. Okay. Building the mold for the mold. Building the mold. Okay. We're gonna stand up. Alright. Okay, everything's okay. So we're gonna just have this be here. And I'm just gonna first like try and get the frame. Try and get the frame the shape that I want it to be. So ideally you wanna do like they said like at least an inch away, so that's what we're gonna try and do. And I've got my, let me get my clamps. I almost licked my fingers. I touched the mineral oil and I almost licked my fingers. Don't do that. Okay. I mean, mineral oil is non-toxic, so, but, and we've also got these clamps, which we're gonna have to figure out how they work. This clamp here. Let me. Oh, okay, cool. All right, that works. I'm just gonna prepare the clamps. We're diving in head first. My upstairs is a mess. Please do, you guys, please do this in an actual art studio, okay? Don't be like me. I get in my own way so often that I'm just like, fuck it, we'll do it upstairs. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Okay, so now we've got do it live. Okay, so it needs to be like it's like a mahjong pattern. You guys, it's like a mahjong pattern. Now what we do with this is we make sure this is there. Yep. I'm gonna try and make sure the sticker is not. This is interesting. Okay. So I'm making this size. Okay, this needs to go up a little bit more. Okay. Is that not a flat edge? I swear to God. Did this bozo not... Oh, okay, it's fine. It's not really flat. Oh my God. He didn't cut it right. He didn't cut it exactly flat. We're blaming him. I'm sorry, Home Depot worker. It probably would have been worse if I cut it myself, let's be honest. Okay, so we got the shape. Now, let us, okay, things are gonna be happening and we're just gonna be okay with it. I have to, oh crap, I have to grab the clamp. Wait, this is not gonna work, is it? Oh fuck, it's not gonna work. Hi Dom. Can you shuffle the board so the non-flat bit is hanging out? Yeah. Surprise, we invited the Home Depot worker to the chat. No, you guys, because look, I've got a clamp, right? But that only works if it's... Oh, no! Oh, fuck. What do I do? Because look, if I have the clamp, I can't exactly clamp it. You know what I mean? It has to be clamped on the outside. I can't form this pattern. Oh no. So that means I have to go back and get it I have to go freaking cut it again. I don't have a saw. Unless I just do it huge, but that's the thing, I don't want to do it huge. Because look, it has to be like this in order for me to clamp it. No. Wait, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Ow. Fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, microphone users. I mean, headphone users, whatever. I'm gonna fucking shatter the sculpture. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, can we just get one part clamped? We're gonna clamp one part together. Slow down. I know. I'm getting flustered, Dom. This is not good. Okay, look. Look. We're gonna clamp one part together. No, I don't need help. I don't need help. I do not need help. Fuck. I don't need help. I don't need help. I can do this myself. You know what? We're gonna move this out of the way so it doesn't get shattered. Because the more that this falls on top of it, it's gonna shatter it. Okay. That's gonna go back here. Okay. I just placed it very precariously. Not asking for help is the husband archetype. I know. I mean, technically I could just like not use the clamps. And how do people freaking do this? Okay. How do people do this, you guys? Seriously. Okay. So I'm holding it with my... Wait, I needed it to be... It has to be all the way out, like this. A hammer or screw needed, seems like. No, I don't think it needs a... Because it's... What I'm ideally trying to do is make it so I can peel it away eventually, you know? I'm making it so I can... Because when the plaster is done, then I can just like take it all away. Okay, so look, I've got this other piece here. So now we can just make it extra long. Clamping it like that is dangerous. Why? It's not dangerous. It's not clamped really tight. It's not clamped like really tight so that it'll explode. Don't worry. Okay. So this is gonna... But yeah, the physics of everything is saying that, you know what, I fucked up. The person made it look so easy in the video, you guys. Am I supposed to clamp it sideways? Is that safer? Maybe that's safer than doing it upright like that. I don't feel like it is any better. Because I don't, listen, it doesn't need to be super tight. All it needs is just to be together, be held together temporarily for like 30 minutes, and that's it. It just has to be held together for 30 minutes. So, okay, look. I guess I could just do it super big. That would be a waste of plaster though, which I don't really like. You see? It's too big. It's too massive. I could like, I mean, if it's like lengthwise here, I'm gonna undo this. We're gonna shift this in a bit. So if we did it like, maybe like this. I've heard that. What have you heard before? Okay. Look, there's, I mean, it's not like too much space. What I could do is I could just put like, I mean, it's, yeah, like, it's not, I don't know if it's worth going somewhere else to like, to saw it again. Like, I don't know if it's worth that. Because if it's just like, it's like 1 inch away from where I need it to be. It's like 1 inch, it's like 1 inch too long, which, oh, you heard that one before? It's 1 inch too long. Oh boy, okay. So, I think call your grandpa for advice. No, I'm doing this myself. Listen, it doesn't need to be super. Okay. I think it's gonna be fine. I don't think I even need to bring it in slightly. I think it's good. I wish there was a way to bring it, you know, just a little bit more in, but I think we're just gonna, where's Grog when you need them? I did ask ChatGPT for some advice, but usually it kind of gave shitty advice, if I want to be honest with you. So, okay, we're doing this. All right, so that's done. We've formed the temporary situation. I'm kind of nervous about moving this shit, but you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna put that on the floor. It's like it's a little bit lopsided. Okay, it's fine. Hi, Duncan. Duncan, we are we're doing something a little bit potentially dangerous, and everybody keeps saying, call your husband for advice, call your grandpa for advice, and I'm like, no, I'm doing it myself. Since when is there a figure on the ad? My Hatsune Miku figure, I got this from, tell them afterwards. I know, and they'll be like, why did you do that? They'll be like, why did you? So Duncan, I'll show you the part that's concerning, okay? The part that people are concerned about is the clamps. But look, it's not like they're clamped really, really tight. If it were to like cave in, it's not like putting an insane amount of pressure. It's only putting a tiny bit of pressure on to just keep it together. So I'm not too worried. I also have my appropriate PPE, so we've got our appropriate PPE for when we mix the plaster. But before we do that, we're gonna roll out some more clay because I need to cut some clay to make a shape so we can put it up. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna grab my camera. By the way, I hope you're having a good day today, Duncan. It's nice to see you. Sorry, my phone is my camera, so I'm doing it. Is this on? Is this thing on? Yeah, okay, it's on. Dom says, AI helped me learn visual art a lot, but then once they were more complicated. Yeah, that's the thing. If it's too complicated, then it will kind of just give you nonsense. You gotta ask people in the community for advice. That's why I tried to ask the goth girl for help, and she scared me. But you know, I tried, and that's all that matters. Why is that? That is way too zoomed out. Hold on. Can I zoom in? Ah, okay. Zoomed in. There we go. We're fine. Okay. Goth girls are scary. Facts. No, literally. Yes. Okay, so we're putting this to dry somewhere else. So what we've done, for those of you who are new, we sealed it with a special material, sealant. It's actually coming off a little bit. It's actually interesting. It's kind of rubbery, so that the clay doesn't absorb the plaster. Because then we're gonna have plaster that we're gonna pour. So, okay, you know what time it is? It's time to roll out the clay again. And look, we can use the clay that I already reduce, reuse, recycle. We're just recycling the clay. My floor is an absolute disaster. Okay, where's the clay? Oh, it's right here. We got the clay. I'm just gonna mix it up a bit. And look, it's still good from last time we used it. Last week, I think. Dom, what's the craziest thing the AI has ever told you? Or I guess you're in a lot of creator communities where they tell things to people, very strange things to people. I try to use AI sparingly, just because I prefer human interaction. But if it's like something I really need to be explained to me or helped with, then basically if it's something I would Google, then I would just ask AI. But if it's something that needs like special expertise, like an art project, then I typically want to ask someone with that expertise so we can celebrate them. One time it basically said I was a bad meditator, and you got offended? Oh no. Dom's like, and I took that personally. Because that's important to you, Dom. Refly said, ask an LLM to show the seahorse emoji. It will freak out. There is no seahorse emoji. Ask it to do impossible things. See what happens. Duncan says, I think AI is a tool like anything else. It's clear when someone learns how to use it and create something inventive, and then it can produce low-level slop too. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it depends on what you use it for, how much how much you're putting in versus taking out, I guess. How much effort is required to produce the thing. I heard somebody say that, I don't know, I'm somebody who just doesn't really enjoy the idea of AI replacing creators. But, I mean, I think we're in a space where that's kind of inevitable. So, just support small creators wherever you can, you know? And yeah. And look, we've got the outline, so we basically have a good map out. Dom says, did I tell you about my online friend who got into an AI hole? I'm not sure if you... Oh, I think you might have mentioned it. Not too many details, though. So far, I haven't had anybody close to me become delusional after using AI, but there's a first for everything. Okay, this might not be enough clay, but we'll see. Let me think about this really hard. I'm thinking about this really, really hard. Okay. I think if I don't have to necessarily put the whole thing underneath it, but as long as I put it around the edges, that's what I want to do. Okay. Using our brain here. Using our brain. So I'm gonna basically cut the, roll out the thickness I want. Let me cook, and we'll find out. We're gonna fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. Yeah, I tend to have a more nuanced perspective of AI because I do use it. I do use it in my everyday life. I'm aware of all the environmental risks, you know, environmental harm, and also all of that. But I think it's much more nuanced than what people give it credit for. Because AI could be used for good too. I mean, in terms of maybe AI legal assistance, as long as it's providing good legal assistance, then there's no longer a barrier for people to access justice. Where previously there was a monetary barrier, you know. So, okay, let me cook. I have my ruler. We're basically going to... Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. It's all gonna work out in the end. Trust me. Okay. It didn't cut. There we go. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Orange, for trusting me. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you. Trust me, it's gonna all work out. I would not be doing this if you guys were not here supporting me, so thank you for that. Hi, Eclecte. Welcome. Eclecte, we're doing our mushroom sculpture again today. So that's fun. Wait a minute. Okay, I think we're gonna do this. You guys kind of see what I'm doing? Maybe not, but it'll all make sense in a bit. Okay. Yes. So that's the shape of that. So we need to... And then there. I think. Because it doesn't really matter if there's anything underneath, but what does matter is that there's something holding it up. Okay. So we're bringing back our sculpture. I'm doing this because I don't have a ton of, You're so excited to see, oh, thank you. Well, we'll see. Orange says, I'm working from home today, so I don't have to wear pants. I love that. Team wearing comfortable clothes. I love wearing comfortable clothing. Okay. So I'm gonna put that there. And then, you guys see what I'm doing? I'm like forming a hollow shape. For it to rest on. And then, actually this piece is better. Ah, that piece works. Okay, cool. That works. Because I didn't have enough clay to like, you know. I'm glad you guys are enjoying watching it take shape. seeing kind of my somewhat delusional I don't know, not delusional, but like the interesting way my brain works in solving problems. Okay, so this needs to go out a bit. I'm gonna have it all overextend. I want it to kind of overextend. Yeah, okay, so if it overextends like that, then I'll... Good source of fiber. Oh yes, oatmeal is a great source of fiber, absolutely. Ah, okay. Okay. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I don't know. I don't know that way. Okay. So now we're going to make sure if this all lines up, then we're going to I'm gonna make sure it all bonds together. Okay. Okay, nobody move. Nobody move. I'm bonding all this clay together. It doesn't really matter if it's like perfectly shaped. Basically, I'm just creating something that is a little bit more, because it's concave on the bottom, and that's an issue because it will allow the plaster to leak underneath, and we do not want that. We don't want the plaster to leak. So we're providing a resting point for the sculpture as the plaster goes over it. I feel like a mad scientist right now, kind of. I'm like, just trust me. Just trust me. Okay. I love working with clay though. It's so fun to feel it in my hands. That's what she said. Because look, this can form a nice seal against the bottom so that nothing leaks out. And that's what we want at the end of the day, is nothing to leak. And my hope is that we'll be able to actually cast the plaster and see the finished mold by the end. It makes perfect sense. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just like roughly bonding these together so I can start carving carving out the actual shape, because I do want the shape to align with the actual edges of the piece, because actually I wanted it to be a bit taller. I think I made it a bit too, a little bit too thin. So we're gonna cut it down a bit. Okay, good. So all the edges are covered. Love that. So now what we're gonna do is basically hold this in place and carve it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. And then we get scared because it latches, it removes itself from the... Okay, I'm gonna go back over that later. You guys can see all my gray hairs now. Okay, that was a mistake. I don't want it to be like, it's fine. It's fine. I don't want it to be curving inward, if that makes sense. I want it to be, there. I think it's gonna be okay. Because we can always put extra clay underneath if we need to. Sometimes the panic arises and you're like, oh fuck. But then you realize everything's gonna be fine. So basically now I'm kind of smoothing it out against this to kind of form a seal in a way against the sculpture. Against the sculpture and against the bottom part. Because I don't want any plaster to be coming underneath. But it's completely dry, which is cool. Because earlier we put a sealant on the clay to make it form this kind of glossy texture. And it's nice and glossy now. DCI said there's a guy in Ivan Enio's, why do I say Enio? Ivan Neo's stream obsessed with claiming he'd proven an alternative dimension with ChatGPT, like a quantum leap. I think I remember you talking about that. That is... Some people can get a little bit, have a little bit far-fetched ideas. And if you're not careful, AI will reinforce those instead of discourage you from having those ideas. So I want to be gentle because if I push the clay too far underneath, then it's gonna No. It's gonna go underneath. I want it to line up, not go underneath. So if it ends up going underneath, then I just put more clay on. Again, the whole process would have been easier if I had enough clay to be able to roll out and cut to the exact shape, but I didn't, unfortunately, so we're making do with what we have. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough. I'm trying to make it as even as possible. But this is working out. This is working out, and I'm pretty happy about it. So I'm scraping it against the bottom so that it's making that seal against the parchment paper. Sometimes you stab it by accident and your heart skips a beat. It's all part of the process, all the anxiety. All the anxiety is just part of the process. Okay, this is caved in way too much. I think if I actually just like put this up against here, it could work. Yep, I'm just gonna put it up against. Just gonna smooth it out. The reason why I'm using wet clay is because wet clay is easier to, I can remove it from the parchment paper, I can remove it, and it won't stick to things. What is Dunning-Kruger? Is that like a delusion, Dom? Oh, thank you, Orange. So Orange Googled it. I appreciate that. Dunning-Kruger is a cognitive bias where people with limited knowledge or competence in a domain generally overestimate their own knowledge or competence. Oh, yes. Yeah. I can definitely see that happening. But I think that's just humans in general. Oh my god. Okay, this is interesting. I'm currently scraping it with a knife. Trying to form a... It looks like I'm not really doing anything, I know, on the screen. I wish I could bring the camera over here to show you guys what I'm doing. It doesn't look like much, but trust me. I'm worried about the clay drying too fast too. So we gotta kind of work a bit fast. Also, I've got hot yoga at 4. No pressure. No pressure. We're almost done, I think. We're like, I want to say like we're halfway done. Okay. Yeah, we're like halfway done. Okay, I guess you can see it from, I might rotate this. Yeah, I think I might rotate it when I'm working on the other side. And so this can all be sanded. So it's gonna form a rough texture on the bottom, but I'm realizing that it can just be sanded away. I'm just gonna sand it away out of the plaster. So it's not a big deal. As long as the clay is bonded to the sculpture and to the paper, that's all that really matters. It does require a lot of patience. Oh, thank you. No pressure at all. Dom says, it comes from study that I don't know much about, but I just use it to describe people with high confidence, no knowledge, and no awareness of that. And Orange, my home is not humid. So Utah is a desert, so it's pretty dry in here. So that is another factor that causes everything to dry really fast. For better or for worse. Oops. I'm gonna be so happy if this turns out. You guys, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm trying to, okay, you know what? I know it's about the journey, not the destination, so I'm trying to enjoy the process. But I do enjoy the end results a lot of the time. I like the end results. I'm convincing myself that spending this extra time on the details is gonna lead to a better overall product. I like to spend a lot of time the first time. Get it right the first time, you know? Orange was into cheese making for a while and had to set up a whole humidity control thing to get my brie perfect. Oh, and that probably took a lot of time and work. I'm from the context, I'm guessing you you abandoned that hobby? Was it because it required too much time and effort? It's perfectly okay to abandon hobbies if they're no longer serving you. You know? Ultimately, a hobby is just about like doing it for you, it's about your enjoyment. So if you're not enjoying, then don't continue. Okay, now I feel like we're halfway done. Sorry, so it's gonna take a little bit of extra time. I hope my phone camera doesn't die. That's a strong possibility. You enjoy learning after yeah, time and effort is limited. DCI says typical Dunning-Kruger is found in first-year students who think they know a lot about the subject and then get smashed in second and third year. Right. Thanks for that context, DCI. Instant humble. It's hard to get humbled. I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy to be humble. And it's even harder to be humbled, you know? No one likes to be humbled. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna rotate it. Once this is done, so I'll just clue you in on the process. Once this is done, we're gonna cover the whole thing in mineral oil. Not too much, but like enough to make sure it comes free from the plaster. And then we're gonna let the plaster sit for 30 minutes. We're gonna mix the plaster outside and we're gonna use our appropriate PPE because plaster is a kind of, I mean, it's not like toxic, but if you inhale it, then that could be a problem. So we're gonna use our appropriate, I got a KN95 mask from like a medical supply store. And a regular N95 would probably be the best, but KN95 I feel like will work. That one will work too. I like the fit of KN95s more than N95s. It just feels better on my face. We bought KN95s because of Beijing, because we went to Beijing, and Beijing's pollution is crazy. I did a video actually in the Beijing Botanical Gardens, a stream there, I think Dom was there actually, and I was wearing the mask. The one below. Oh, have you ever considered that Hogwarts is really real, but you're just a muggle? I did at one point. When I was like I would say a preteen, I wanted to think it was real. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to think they're that magic is real? Trust me, if you gave me evidence that magic is real, I'd believe it wholeheartedly. Like I want to believe that it's real. So far I haven't received any compelling evidence, but doesn't mean that it's not real. It's just hasn't been any evidence yet. What about you? Okay, so this clay should be easy to scrape off. I'm hoping, because if not, that would be a real shame. Okay. Where will the mycelium food come from? Do you squirt on it like a liquid? So the mycelium will grow in so you get grain like oats, and the oats is what the mycelium will feed on initially. And then from there you get wood pellets, because typically, so reishi mushrooms grow on dead trees. They grow on dead trees. So we're kind of simulating that with our wood pellets. And then you basically wait for the white to completely cover the surface, and then you start out with very hydrated wood pellets, like a lot of water. You add a lot of water to the wood to make sure that it's all hydrated. I don't want to use the M word, but you guys know what M word I'm thinking of, right? Usually use it when you apply to cake, that kind of word. So it's retaining all the all the moisture needed. Stick wood pellets on this? No, so orange, I'm just putting this on top of the wax, on top of the parchment paper, so that eventually I can I'm gonna pour plaster over it, retaining water. I could have just said that, Dom. You're so right. I could have just said retaining water. So it's gonna basically be like a hole that I'm putting all the stuff in. It's a concave structure that I'm putting all the stuff in. All this clay stuff is gonna, don't worry, all this clay stuff is gonna be over soon. Soon, very soon. I'm actually telling that to myself because I've about had it. I've had it. I want to do the plaster so bad, you guys. I can't. I'm too impatient. You guys, I'm too impatient. I want the end result. I want the end result right now. I don't want to do the work required. Okay. The problem is that the thing is it's caving in when I'm scraping it, which I'm kind of annoyed by, not gonna lie. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm angry. I'm angry. Hey, then that's okay. Maybe I'm channeling my emotions into the artwork. And you know what? I only have to do this process once. I know. Anger. Thank you for redeeming that. Anger. I'm scared to look at the clock, you guys. I'm scared to see what time it is. Okay, my arm's hurting. Okay, we're so close, you guys. We have like maybe 5 more minutes left. We have 5 more minutes left of this, and then we're solid. And then on to the fun stuff. No, this is fun. This is fun. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Okay. I'm having fun. That's my secret. I'm always angry. I want to know what Ivan looks like when he's angry. Oh wait, I think I got a glimpse of it at one point. You had somebody talk about politics in your chat the other day, and I think you were a little bit angry, but you did not show it that well. But I sensed, I was like, I think he's a little bit annoyed. But he's when Ivan's angry, he's still very calm and rational thinking. So it's very hard to tell, but have you guys ever yelled at somebody before? Are you yellers when you're angry? I'm not one to yell. I'm just one to kind of fume silently. Yeah, I just fume silently. Ah, Eclecte yells. Ah. My parents never yelled, but they do, so, and not saying one is worse than the other, because the way my family tends to be is they tend to be really passive aggressive. And so they say really, really, really mean things, and like really cutting words. But they say it quietly. So it almost catches you off guard. You're like, oh my God. What did you just say? So I don't even know which one would be worse. Pat, which one would you rather? Would you rather be yelled at, or would you rather have passive aggressiveness? I personally, just because it's what I'm used to, I'd rather have passive aggressiveness. But like my husband, for example, would much rather be yelled at. You'd much rather be yelled at. Yeah. And I think it's typically what you do that you want to happen to you, if that makes sense. The way you express anger, you're like, if people aren't doing that, then what's wrong, you know? Like, oh, something's really wrong if you're not reacting the way I would. And that's where it can get tricky to navigate that, if you're in a relationship with different styles of being angry. That was something I had to work through for a while with my husband. But we worked through it. Okay, you know what? I think we're gonna say fuck it. Because, sorry, we're swearing a lot today. It's not even 5 yet. We're swearing during the day. I'm so eager to see if all my work is paid off. Don't approach art like that, you guys. Approach art with I love doing it. The whole process. It's so fun. The whole process is just so enjoyable. I think ideally you would not be doing it for the amount of time straight that I've been doing it. You'd be taking breaks, and I think that's the key difference. Okay. You guys, we are at the stage where I'm gonna say fuck it. No swearing, but I'm sorry, I just went back on that. Isn't that also a male-female thing? Well, Dom, I mean, do you mean like feminine and masculine depictions of things? I don't know if that makes sense. My brain's a little bit all over the place. Oh, fuck. Okay, wait. I'm swearing so much. This is not good. Okay, I'm just making sure there's no holes in the bottom. It's made of seal around the bottom. Okay. I could be here forever if I don't step away. So, have I seen Fantastic Mr. Fox? It's hilarious how they say cuss. Like the cuss you will. Oh yes, I think I have. I remember that movie. That's a good movie. It's a Wes Anderson movie. Wes Anderson is very eccentric, but in a good way. Okay. I swear, this is the last one, you guys. This is the last one, I swear. By the way, after I finished this original sculpture, I was here for probably another... I mean, I went to yoga, obviously, but then I came back and I had at it for like another 2 hours. It's really hard for me to put things down and like let things be imperfect. But at some point you gotta say enough is enough. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god. I feel like I'm going through an actual mental crisis right now. Like, this is the absolute state of my brain. It's like the things just get destroyed and fixed and destroyed and fixed until eternity. Okay, finished. Beautiful zoomed in hair come when you're leaning over. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad that I'm providing a good viewer experience for everyone. You're welcome. Okay. So we're gonna put we're gonna mix the plaster. I've got the plaster. I think we might need to use all of it. Don't worry, I'll be using a mask. Plaster time! Let me read the instructions. So it says, How much? This covers approximately 2.25 square feet. Okay, so maybe half of this. It's happening, dude. It's happening. We're doing it. Okay. 2 parts plaster, 1 part cold water. Okay, I can do that. So we're using an informal tool of measurement. Okay, you know what? It's time. It's time for the mask. I'll just measure it out here, it's fine. Okay, we got our mask. PPE, you guys, very important. We have to work quickly because this will, A, the air dry clay will dry, and B, the plaster will dry. So I'm gonna measure the plaster first. I'm gonna just do it in scoops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 10. 9, 10. Okay. Nope, I think we're gonna do 2 more. 11, 12. Okay, I think this is right. Okay, you guys, so we got the plaster. Before we add water, I'm going to brush this with mineral oil so that it doesn't. So we're gonna brush it with the mineral oil. So let me put my mineral oil in my cup, so that it doesn't stick. Where's my? Hello. Where's my? Oh, here it is. Sorry, you guys. If I missed your comments, please feel free to comment again. We're locked in for a second. Let me lock in for just a second, and we'll have a nice, beautiful discussion while we're waiting for the plaster to dry, because don't forget, we still have 30 minutes for the plaster to dry. Okay. We're just doing it. Okay. I'm putting a thin coat of oil on the outside. You don't want it to be like too thick, because that would be bad. So I'm monitoring. You see here, there's some oil gathering in here, and that's not good. That's too much oil. And it's starting to pool up a bit, so I'm noticing where it's pooling up, and I'm going back over it. Because if it's pooling up, I think that means there's too much oil. Don't worry, I'm not gonna pour the plaster on this table. So unfortunately, you guys, you're gonna miss a little bit of the pouring process, but because I have to do it on that. I could turn my camera back. Never mind, I'll turn my camera back so you can see. It's all about the viewer experience. And make sure the viewer experience is peak viewer experience. Okay. It's all about you, the viewer. I don't know why it's like beating up like that, but it's probably just, well, actually that's a good thing. That's a good thing because it shows that the surface is waterproof. And that's why we did the ceiling, you guys. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Holy shit. Okay. Wait, what if it actually works? Wait, is it gonna work? Wait, that would be That would be so wild if it actually fucking worked. Okay. Here, I'm gonna oil the paper. Just putting oil everywhere. Just oiling all of it. Okay. So I'll show you. We're gonna oil the wood as well, obviously. I'll just show you, but obviously we're going to transfer all this to a flat surface. We're also going to put something heavy on top of it so that it, you know, so that it, okay, I'm gonna, hold on. This needs to go up on top, so, no. Okay, there. I just needed it to be on top because if it's resting on the bottom like that, that's gonna... Okay, that's fine. So we're painting the wood. Yeah, we're gonna oil the wood. Yeah. We're oiling the wood. Actually, you guys, if you have oil, if you have wood utensils in your kitchen, please make sure that you oil them with mineral oil because that actually is, it helps with the longevity of your, that's why I actually had the mineral oil in the first place. I oil my cutting boards, I oil my, you know, so it hydrates the wood. In this case, we're doing more than it. So you put the mineral oil on the wood, and then you like kind of rinse it off and wipe it off for the kitchen utensils. But since we're obviously wanting it to be, you know, we're gonna, and again, don't worry about the ruler or anything. That's all gonna, because we're moving this to a different location. Okay, I don't anticipate this being very tall. You know what, we're gonna need more plaster than that. So we had 12. I think I'm gonna do like 14 or 15. Better to have more plaster than less, right? Okay, I'm gonna scoop out a couple more. Dinosaur oil. I don't know where it actually comes from. The mineral oil. Does it come from dinosaurs? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, I know that like gasoline comes from fossilized, you know. Okay. Let's see. 14, 15, 16. Okay, we're doing 16. All right. I'm gonna go add water to this. I'll be right back. you guys. I think I was supposed to use gloves. Oops. I forgot to put on the gloves. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna go put on the gloves now, I guess. Okay. Better late than never. Okay. It's better now than never. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh is right. I also uh-oh because I don't know if I put enough water in. Also, my hands are wet. I just know you have to do it fast because it's gonna like fucking dry. Okay. I think it's supposed to be pancake batter texture, which that's what this kind of is. No, this looks like it needs more water. This looks like it needs more. Let me make sure I had the ratio right. The ratio is, yeah, okay. I just need a tiny bit more water. I remember seeing the video, and in the video, it looked like it was pancake batter texture. Oh, I hope this is enough. I don't know if I did enough, you guys. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. If it's not enough, then we're gonna quickly stir up some more, and it'll be fine. Yeah, pancakes. Forbidden pancakes. I'm just mixing it to make sure it's all good. Let's see. You know what? That's not enough, I don't think. Ooh, I don't think that's enough. Okay. What do? I get something to measure. What's a measuring tool that I have? Because the spoon is fucking being used right now. I'm freaking out, you guys. I'm freaking out. Okay. Okay, wait. I'll be right back. Hey, that's not for you. Oh my god. You are not supposed to ingest. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. I'm gonna add 3 more cups of water. Okay, be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm mixing it. There's so many I bet there's so many freaking air bubbles in this. It's like not even funny how many air bubbles are in this. By the way, don't worry. These are, Toby, you cannot be touching this. Toby, please leave. I think the PPE requiring part is over. The fumes are done now that it's, you know, I scooped the powder. So there's no like, there's no aerosolized, you know. Okay, I'm trying to get all the lumps out. But you know, it's, am I gonna have to get a whisk? Yeah, so I'm not gonna use these kitchen utensils again. So don't worry about that. These are gonna be solely my plaster utensils. Toby, please, for fuck's sake, get off. Toby. You guys are getting some nice plaster mixing ASMR. Okay, it's looking, oh my god, I just splashed it on my freaking arm. It's looking like a lot smoother. I think Toby likes sitting here with the table. She likes the table moving back and forth. Alright. Okay. I'm moving this to the location. Art is fun, you guys. I love art. Okay. That's not gonna fucking work, is it? Oh no. Okay, now I'm gonna put something heavy on the thing. Okay, what's something heavy I could put on there? Here, I'll show the camera. Here. The camera will show what I'm doing. There! Okay. So, I don't need the mask anymore. I should have thought this through. That's gonna fall into it, isn't it? I need something to like be flat, so it doesn't leak out the bottom. I could just sit here and hold it for 30 minutes. That would work, right? I'll just sit here and hold it for 30 minutes. I think the wood is heavy enough that it's not going to. It's gonna be fine. We're doing it. Okay. We're doing it. Oh yeah, it is not even near enough. It's not even close to the idea of being enough. I should probably tie my hair up so I don't get plaster in it. It's too late now. I think this is too thick of a texture. I didn't add enough water, I don't think. Okay, we're gonna quickly add the rest of the plaster and mix it with water and hope for the best. Please pray for me, you guys. Please pray for me. go clean that out of my bathroom. You don't even want to know. You know what? What's the definition of negative anticipation? That's what I'm feeling right now. Dread. Absolute horror and dread. Transformers. Yeah, sure, I'll watch it. Okay, gloves be damned. It's mostly non-toxic. It's non-toxic. It is. I'm gonna go wash my hands after this. Okay. It's splashing everywhere. It's splashing all over everything. Wonderful. Okay, this is something I don't want to pour down my sink, right? Okay, we're not going to be pouring this down our sink. We're going to be going out into the back and hosing it off. That's right, right? You don't even want to know what this looks like, you guys. This wasn't even like remotely enough plaster. But it doesn't need to be perfect, I don't think. It just has to be the correct vessel for, you know. Oops. It just has to hold things. So it turns out I didn't even need the frame. It's just like completely, it's like one massive blob. That's what it is. So that's what it is. Okay. I can't pick it up and drop it. Hey, but at least it's not leaking out the sides. There's that. It's not leaking out the sides. Let's see. Let Toby help, I know. I need anybody at this point. Please help me. Please help me. I'm thinking that I didn't put enough water in. Because this is crazy. It's already solidifying though, which is crazy. I'm trying to form it like a kind of flat surface so that later when I'm growing mycelium in it, it can have a surface to rest. It's kind of like frosting a cake. That's what I'm doing. I'm kind of like frosting a cake. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go rinse this shit off outside. So I'll be right back. I'm like super overstimulated. I'm so overstimulated right now. It's crazy. I got stuff all over my face, on my fucking shirt. Okay, I'll be right back. After an unspecified amount of time. Okay, we're back. We have returned with a beverage and a rag for cleaning things off. So we'll start there. You know what, when I'm feeling overstimulated, usually it's because there's like a huge mess. And so I start by being like, okay, what can I remove? What can I get rid of right now? So I'm gonna start by taking the rag to my chair because there's dust all over it. I already cleaned off my shirt. I took the bowl outside to try and clean that off, but the plaster had already dried. I look like they're gonna go smoke a big fatty. Sounds good. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Yeah, so I tried to clean out the bowl. That didn't work. I might end up having to throw the bowl away. That's not really sustainable, is it? Yeah, so we're cleaning stuff. We're cleaning the microphone. think I have some plaster in my nose. I'm gonna go blow my nose really quick. I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm absolutely terrified because it is like super lumpy, we did not get the texture right, and that was the problem. But you know what? It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna hope that at the bare minimum, we can at least get the mold out. That's what I'm hoping for. It's supposed to be warm to the touch, so when it's okay, yeah. See, because it's hot to the touch right now, so we gotta wait until it cools down, and then once it cools down, that's when we can go through and unmold it. You can clean the mold and do it again. Why don't we look up some tips to re-pour? Well, I'm worried that we won't be able to get the original out of the mold. That's what I'm worried about, because I don't think I did it right. So I'm worried about that. This spoon is cooked. I didn't clean it off in time. It's solid. It's pretty solid. Oh, that's cooked. Yep. Okay, so the spoon in the bowl is cooked completely. It's okay. Wastage is just what happens in the process. The light bulb wasn't invented on the first try. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, now that I have it off my hands and off my arms, then I feel quite a bit better. Thank you guys for being here. You don't have to be here. I mostly like streaming because it holds me accountable. So I'm holding myself accountable to not give up. And so if I'm doing it live, then Ooh, this is fun. If I stick the two paintbrushes into each other. So basically now we're just waiting. Look at this. We're just waiting until it dries. I think we're gonna wait another like 10 minutes or so. And then we're gonna have the moment of truth. What time is it right now? Yeah, we can wait another 10 minutes. Are we? Yes, you're my accountability buddies, exactly. So if we do end up doing this the next time, we're gonna learn some lessons. The lessons learned is that we did not have enough plaster, and we did not have the correct texture. I don't know how I fucked that up, you guys. It says 2 parts plaster, 1 part water. So it had half as much water. Hey, that's not for you, Toby. To be fair, was it like heaping scoops that I put in there? Absolutely. But I put an extra scoop in of water I put some extra water in there. Maybe it's because I took too long to mix it and everything. That is not a new litter box. What pisses me off is that the wood and the clamps were not needed. Okay, I'm gonna go feel it. And see how it feels. It's like steaming. So it's what happens is there's a chemical reaction of gypsum and water. Some sort of chemical reaction. I don't know. But that's why it's like all... I have a feeling that pretty soon we can remove it. Let me read the instructions. Instructions say let's see. $20 to 30 minutes. But then like it requires a full 30 minutes. I mean a full 24 hours. Yep, I ate the whole thing. Super irritant. Well, yeah, that's why I washed my hands. I mean, use gloves. I forgot to use gloves at one point, but... And also a mask. A mask is very important to use. Now we just wait. How long has it been since I did it? Let's see, probably like it'll just dry you out. Yeah, it loves moisture. It's been 18 minutes. Oh shit, no way. Okay, then like give us 5 more minutes and then we'll check it. Hi QB. QB, oh my gosh, QB. Today has been a day. And we are making the mushroom sculpture, hopefully. Let me show you guys how brutal this, you don't even want to see what happened. I'm so upset. Okay, so this didn't even, look, I can remove this, doesn't even need it. So all that bullshit about getting a clamp or whatever. Here, I'm trying to unclamp this. Okay. Whoops, okay. I could have broken my fucking... This is a demonstration in what not to do when you're doing art projects, okay? Just like don't. Okay? So look, you see what happened? Oh my god! I really thought that one container of plaster was gonna reach the entire, oh. Anyways, so it's just like this really ugly ass blob. But if it covered the thing, that's all that matters to me. It's hard, you guys. It's hard. I think that's what she said. I'm going to bring this over here. Because I think we're ready to unmold. I think we're ready to unmold. Oh my god. As long as the shape on the inside is fine, you guys. We can still salvage this. We can still... I didn't realize it was going to be this tragic of a failure. I didn't realize it was going to be this dramatic of a failure. Let me put the gloves on. Oh, I only have one glove. Wait, no I don't. I've got other gloves, don't worry. I'm gonna use gloves. Are you sure it's not too soon? What's it gonna do? Like, spill out? It's not like I'm gonna grow mycelium in it. Look, it's solid. I'm not worried about it even like, yeah, it's not even gonna go out. It says 20 to 30 minutes. So, okay, but my concern is that it will chip off because it is a little bit fragile. And that's what I'm concerned about. We're gonna do it. I'm just gonna flip it over. The question is, did it leak out? Okay, it didn't leak out. It didn't leak out. Underneath, I mean. That's a good first step. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the clay from the bottom. This is all clay, by the way. See, look, we can just remove it like that. That's concerning to me. It's fine. We'll find another solution. We can like patch it up with plaster afterwards. Okay. So we're removing all the clay. Here's the thing. I don't know if this is gonna come out. We're gonna try our best. This is gonna crack in half. Oh yeah. Oh, this is cooked. Okay. So we might have ruined not only our clay sculpture, but also the like the original, but also the mold. Oh, I'm so sorry. Was that really loud? Sorry. I'm gonna go around the edge and see if there's anything I can do. We may be cooked, you guys. We might be cooked. It's interesting, the person was doing it, here, let me get a... The person was doing it with clay, and for some reason that worked for her. But the clay might be the one sticking the original to the plaster. That's what I'm worried about. Is that this is all just clay sticking to this. I'm cutting around all the edges. Why do you not use plastic wrap in between? Because I'm an idiot. Because plastic wrap would get all wrinkled. Listen guys, I know I'm stupid, okay? Just let me deal with my failure. I don't need to be reminded of my mistake over and over. Okay.
Starts with you. It starts with you.
Wait. I just saw something give. I feel like I saw something move. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's like the mycelium will okay. Let me just see. I'm gonna go find a hard surface and just whack this on there. We're gonna see if we can find a hard surface to whack it on. I could just like scrape off the... You just gotta release the air pressure? You think so? The corner of it is coming up, but look, the corner's gonna rip off. No, I think it's fundamentally stuck. You want meringue. It kind of looks like meringue, doesn't it? Oh, so I destroyed the original too. Oh, I destroyed the original too. Yeah, cause it's like bonded on the inside, you guys. It's bonded on the inside. It's bonded together. No, I mean I'd have to make it out of clay again. The thing is that I don't want to. Oh, okay, wait, let me do my music again. Here, we'll do. Okay, I'm gonna slap it on the floor. There's plaster all over the fucking floor, you guys. Okay, wait. Alright, so it broke the... Maybe try to make it out of wood. I can't carve wood, that's the thing. I can't carve wood. I don't know how. Okay. I'm trying to save the original. I might be able to. It's curved inwards. I think I didn't do enough to make sure it wasn't curved inwards. Wait. Okay, it's coming up. Oh. Okay, the original is okay. Kind of. There's like this really weird air bubble right here. Mission failed successfully. Mission failed successfully. So look, it kind of, look, I think it was a problem with the clay. I think it was a problem with the clay, and the clay was not dry enough. I was too impatient. That's the problem. I was too impatient. Here, let me put it together and show you what it was supposed to look like. I think this is supposed to go here. So that would have been like that. And then this would have been like this. And then where's the other piece? This would be in there somewhere. This would have been like somewhere in here. I think it goes right there. So it kind of did. Look, it kind of formed the shape a little bit. I wonder if plaster is just not the August 2025 would have had a crash out. Yeah, that's fair. I wonder if plaster is the problem, or if yeah, the plaster hugged the sides of the mold, making it hard to get out. Yes. Yeah, that was the big issue. I wanted to use like sustainable materials, like materials that were not plastic, basically. Like I didn't want to use silicone. I didn't want to use, so I feel like we were so close, you guys. We were really so close. The only thing was that we didn't spend enough time on the outside. I don't know if I'll be able to use this, this part again, because it's a little bit wonky. The clay was too wet. There was something forming, like a skin of some kind. I don't know. The properties of the clay are really interesting to I don't understand. What went wrong exactly? But well, silicone is natural. I use silicone for making candles and such. Yeah, it's just, it never degrades. Silicone never degrades. It's like a perma material. Okay, yes, the sealant is what's coming off. I see what you're saying, Refly. Yeah, the sealant is coming off. And that's what's forming that weird bubble thing. I might be able to use this again. Although I'm worried that it's just... I think it's a bit too thin. I think it might be a bit too thin for what we're trying to do. Now that I think about it. Because when I fill this with mycelium, the dimensions are not going to be... It's not going to be... come out. It's not gonna like show the texture that I'm wanting it to show. So we might have to start over with a new thing. And I think next time instead of streaming it, I think I'm gonna do it kind of on my own and like test it out. We'll try to keep trying. It feels a little bit discouraging now, to be honest, because you know I did spend a lot of work on it. Only to have it all go down the toilet. So whatever the anti-dopamine reaction is, whatever the anti-dopamine is, that's what I'm experiencing. Just like oh, okay. I wonder if I could peel off the sealant. I don't want to peel it off. I'm gonna peel it off. That gives me dopamine. Yeah. It peels off like a skin. It's okay. It's prototype number 1. Do you think that the sealant was probably... I might need to use a different sealant because the sealant, for some reason, is shit. Maybe it's because I didn't let it dry for long enough. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna go to hot yoga and everything will be better after that. Literally, hot yoga will fix all my problems. Why not create the inverse from the start? I know, I did think about that, but I can't because I'd have to do a mirrored version and that's too complex for my brain to handle, you know what I mean? I can't conceptualize doing the reverse and upside down version, you know? Take it. No, I'm good. No, I don't think I'll do that, but I might try again with the positive, you know, like a positive mold and perhaps a different molding material. Or just like be more patient and wait until things are done. I think that's what I will do. But okay, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you for watching this journey. And oh, QB, thank you so much for the bits. I didn't even see that. That was so nice of you. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go cry, and then I'll see you guys next time. Good effort today. Okay, bye.